We are in Skopje, capital city of North Macedonia, right here on the Vardar River that runs through the town. And what do we have here? Right in the city center, a derelict, deserted pirate ship. This thing has seen better days. Looks like there's been a fire here or something. I think this is from 2011, so it's not even that old. But yeah, it's taken a beating. Let's not go down there. Nice little vantage point here in the city center. Let's go take a look what else we can find. Here we have an example of one of the pretty common architecture styles in this city. These brutalist concrete palaces. In 1963, an earthquake destroyed most of Skopje, roughly 80%. And when the city was being rebuilt, this was a popular building style at the time. Pretty grim looking, gray. I mean, it's called brutalist style, so I guess that says it all. So what's with the name North Macedonia? There's no country called South Macedonia. In 1991, when the country gained independence from Yugoslavia, it took the name the Republic of Macedonia. This did not sit very well with their neighbors to the south, Greece, who already had a region in the north of the country called Macedonia. And this resulted in a long line of diplomatic issues between the two countries. And Greece, being a more established country, so to speak, were able to hold political sway over Macedonia when it came to things like entering NATO and the UN. So when Macedonia joined the UN in 1993, they finally agreed to change their name to the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, which, which admittedly is a sick name. It really rolls off the tongue. Maybe not the best one for a nation trying to shed its past, be a bit more progressive, but do what you gotta do. It wasn't until 2019, when the country was looking to join NATO, that they came to an agreement with Greece and changed their name again to North Macedonia. So let's see if this name iteration sticks, or if there's something else in store for the country. Come down here to the quaint little river walk, perfect for strolls, bike rides, right here in the middle of the center. You got the main square down there, and here you can see these palatial looking buildings and a bunch of statues. So you can see they've got some age to them. This one dates all the way back to 2010, 2011. In 2010, the Macedonian government launched an initiative to reconstruct big parts of the capital It was called Skopje 2014. And the result was that many of the old brutalist architecture buildings got a facelift, make it a bit more classical. Most of you watching, you'd probably call it Greek style. I don't think the locals here would appreciate that. Not the best of friends. Oh yeah, I feel like I glossed over the statues. They also put up many new statues, a lot of them. Can a city have too many statues? Skopje's putting that age-old question to the test. The idea was to clean up the aesthetics of the city, make it a bit more good-looking, possibly attract tourists as well. It received mixed reactions from the locals here. Many of it saw it as an ostentatious vanity project, very costly, so funds that could possibly be put to better use.
Thousands of protesters in Skopje gathered for an 8th straight night of anti-government demonstrations on April 20th. Again, they threw paint and sprayed graffiti and slogans, some saying that they were staging a colorful revolution in Macedonia. The offices of Skopje's mayor was hit by paint. He's been sharply criticized for controversial public projects in the capital.
Difficult to comment on that as an outsider, but as a visitor, I have to say the city is very visually appealing. So I guess originally we will. Hello, hello. These ships in the river were also part of that construction project. You can see that they have the concrete foundation just standing there. So maybe not the most authentic, it's a bit of a Disneyland, Las Vegas of the Balkans here. But it's definitely unique. Down here we have one more of these ships. Let's see what's happening to this one. One of them has been turned into a hotel, and then the one we visited wasn't too much going on there. And this one looks pretty closed off as well. Put a couple sandbags there just to drive the point home. Say what you will about these things. You could call it a bit tacky, perhaps. See, there's just a concrete foundation there which it's standing on. One of the ideas was to evoke some sort of historic symbolism for the country, a bit of a national identity, with all those name changes and it being a fairly new country. Perhaps they're still going through a bit of an identity crisis. Right outside the old railway station. This was the main station in Skopje back in the day. You can see that only half of it remains, and on the left there it's just cut off. So that was one of the casualties during the 1963 earthquake. Half of it collapsed. And this is what's left. You still see the old clock there. Pretty cool that they've kept it, converted it into a museum. Next to it you have the hyper modern shopping mall and luxury apartments right next to the older buildings with a bit more character. oddity in this town. They use the double-decker buses. Check this out, it's the Yutong City Master. So the quintessential red London-style bus made in China. Crosswalk. I would have to say that's the soundtrack of Skopje, is the honking of horns. Alright, here we go. Three seconds and then it turns red again. Let's cross the street, check out the pet shop. Chicken. Very nice. Check out the pet shop. You have dental sticks.
Dental sticks?
Yeah?
Yes, we have.
Yes, let's get some dental sticks for the local street dogs.
Small or the bigger?
Let's get a big one, please.
This is bigger.
Yeah.
5 10.
Super. All right. Very nice. Here you got the cat buildings. It sort of smells like cat here. All right, we got some treats for the local street dogs. Let's see if we can find some. So at that previous spot, we got the Macedonian hospitality. Of course, you gotta give you a rakia shot, which is pure poison. Tastes good though. But yeah, if I sound a bit loopy, I'm gonna blame it on that one. While we're at it, we got some little retail space right next to a gambling den, which seems to be one of the favorite pastimes of the locals here. Hey, let's go! Alright, we're hunting street dogs. Yeah, didn't like that at all.